All right, I know it's a good show and it spurs conversation in the break. We are back, and this segment brought to you by Parkside Cabin Rentals. No matter the season, one of the nation's top vacation destinations is alive and kicking in East Tennessee. And if you're going to take advantage of the Great Smoky Mountains right here in our own backyard, stay in the best place for you by booking a cabin that meets all your specific needs. And you can choose the cabin that fits your specific needs by going to ParksideCabinRentals.com. They are spectacular. The Ogle family's been taking care of people with the hospitality business up there for nearly 100 years. ParksideCabinRentals.com. Okay, let's come back, and I will, if we can get a tight shot of this. Sorry, I'm throwing my man Kevin here. But we have weeded out 6 of our names off the list, 6 of our options. So here's what remains. Fulmer winning the 07 SEC title. Cutcliffe staying for 2010. Kippy Brown getting the interim gig instead of hiring Derek Dooley. No photos of the barbecue, although that one's teetering. That one's Dave Hart heeds the petition, fires Conzo Martin, and keeps Bruce and brings back Bruce Pearl. UT keeps John Curry and hires Mike Leach and never goes down the Jeremy Pruitt road. What's the next one off the list? Let's look at it this way. What do we know is not going to be top? What do we know is not going to be the number one most impactful thing?
Hart Heed's petition.
I'm going to go Hart Heed's petition too
Kinda
for
goes
the
the
same
same.
for the same reasons
I
about the
agree with that.
barbecue. So.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well,
That's probably even more impactful than a photo.
do we want?
don't
Let's
you
go ahead
agree?
and take both of those off there. Take the Pearl things up, because you're saying it's not necessarily this one, but he would have been in trouble anyway.
Right.
So you wouldn't argue that this was a big deal either, would you?
No, I'm saying he would have won enough to survive.
Oh, okay.
He would have gotten in trouble, no doubt.
Okay.
But it looked just like he survived at Auburn.
Again, I just think this place is different than Auburn. I may be wrong. I may be too although the more you lose, the more you lean in that direction.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to take it out there.
The more you lose, the more you get McDonald's bags.
The more McDonald's bags you hand out. All right, so we're down to 4 in our what-if scenarios here. The biggest changes, the twists of fate that had the biggest impact on the program.
Right.
We're going to need to get rid of 2 more. We need to leave the top 2. And I don't mean the top 2 on the list
Yeah.
here. I just mean the top 2. So we've got Tennessee keeps John Curry and goes ahead and hires Mike Leach. And you got the Pirate here right now. You've got Kippy Brown as interim instead of Derek Dooley.
Boy,
You've got Philip Fulmer wins the 07 title, which means it's going to be very hard to fire him if he falls apart, even if he does fall apart in 2008. And then you've got Cutcliffe staying, and we've done the numbers. We've shown you on this show. Philip Fulmer with Cutcliffe is a lot better than Philip Fulmer without Cutcliffe.
Yes.
I'm going to go for the next cut. Say they keep John Curry and they hire Mike Leach. I kind of that one. The scenario may have happened, but I'm not so sure that it makes a difference in Mike Leach is successful here. I kind of like where you're at now. Now you avoid the entire Jeremy Pruitt thing.
We still don't know what's going to come of that.
So,
The
I'm going to go
Right.
Curry Leach would be my next one off.
If the NCAA, if Josh Heupel rebuilds this thing, and then the NCAA comes in and chops your legs off because of what happened to Pruitt, I'm going to put that back on the list retroactively. That's going along with the bullet. But I agree. I would take that one off.
Yeah.
Because you've kind of got that same. You've got a system coach anyway now in Heupel, so you're kind of gambling on the same type thing winning. And I think Heupel's probably a better fit with the media here. I don't know that he's Mr. Warm and Fuzzy, but Leach hates the media.
Right.
And I don't
And
know.
those
There's too
top-
much media in this town for Leach to have survived.
I would agree with that, and I also, in my opinion, Heupel's system would be more successful than Leach's in this league.
And those top 3 are just so impactful. It's hard for me to knock one of those off,
All right.
knowing the
No,
impact all of those
We got to
had.
knock one of them off.
Well, no, I tell you what, let's come back and debate. Let's take a break. Let's
All
debate
right.
the top
All right.
3. When we come back, what was the biggest what-if scenario of the last 20 years since we've been on the air? Fulmer winning the 07 title, what's that do when he falls apart in 2008? Does he turn it around? David Cutcliffe, if he doesn't get the Duke job and he stays, does Philip Fulmer turn it around? Kippy Brown is interim. Does it all go to hell if you don't hire Derek Dooley? Come on back, we'll debate.